Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to do a long-term update on the Freebird rotary shaver after I've used it for roughly a month. Let me tell you, my opinion has changed from my initial impressions video. If you haven't seen that one, please check that one out first because I'm not going to cover everything that I covered in that video. Let's get into it. All right, so we're going to break this video down into kind of 5 categories. First is I'm going to talk about performance. Second is going to be convenience. Then we're going to get into the runtime and the charge time. We're going to cover the value. We're going to cover who this rotary razor is for, and then I'm going to give it an overall rating, which is going to be drastically different than my previous rating. So number 1 is going to be performance, right? So when I'm talking about performance, I'm talking about how well the actual razor cuts hair, and if you're going to be impressed with its performance. So it works best with water. You're going to want to use water with the Freebird. I have done dry shaving, which I did in my initial impressions video. I've also used shaving cream, and it works best with water. So if you do use shaving cream, by all means, try it out. I've found in my experience, though, that it clogs the actual head of the razor, and it's a pain to clean, and it just doesn't do as good of a job. So use water periodically as you're shaving your head. Go ahead and rinse it under the faucet just to keep those blades clear and free of debris. As far as closeness goes, it does not get as close as a traditional safety razor. It's just kind of the nature of rotary razors. If this is acceptable to you, that's kind of going to be the determination that you need to make for yourself. I just shaved my head less than 5 minutes ago, and I can see stubble, right? Granted, this is on a used blade. I've been using this blade for about a month now. Again, revert back to my initial impressions video to see the very first shave with a brand new blade. Again, I think it's an acceptable shave, but if you are somebody who wants a super close shave, this is not going to be for you. On the back of the neck, however, it does a great job. Typically, I have to go over the back of my neck with a safety razor multiple times. This does a really great job. It's baby smooth, but on the top of the head where the hair grows in thicker, it doesn't do as good of a job. I did have a comment that said they use it for both their head and for their face. I did use it to shave my face. I got pretty bad irritation. I got bumps, and it was pretty painful. I did not get a close shave on my face. So for me personally, I cannot use this on my face. I have to use a traditional razor. So this is only going to apply to my head. And then finally, the time to shave. This is still under the performance category. On average, without cleaning it afterwards, it took about 5.5 minutes to shave my head. That's on par with safety razor and shaving cream. But because I cannot use this to shave my face, you have to add that time in there as well, whereas if I'm using my safety razor, I can use the same razor and implement it into the same routine because I have to do that anyway. So that's kind of performance. Moving on to convenience, super convenient, bar none. Great razor. If you're going on vacation, you can throw it in your bag, bring it with you, and this will last you the entire time you're on vacation, as long as it's not for months at a time. But super convenient. You don't need to bring any creams, you don't need to bring any lotions, you don't need to bring anything like that, just the razor and the charging cable, and you're pretty much you're good to go. So it's super convenient. I will give it that over the safety razor. That's really it for convenience. As far as runtime goes, I got 9 sessions out of a single charge. I charged it to full, and then I timed it, and I got a total runtime of 59 minutes and 33 seconds till this thing was completely dead and unusable. So 9 sessions is pretty good. That's with me shaving every 2 to 3 days. 9 sessions it's pretty decent. That should last you roughly a month if you are shaving every 3 days. So back to convenience going on vacation. Again, as long as you're not going for more than a month at a time, and if you are, just bring the charging cable. So 9 sessions, an hour of runtime overall, pretty good. Now once it's empty, it claims it takes an hour to charge on the back. It says charge time 1 hour. It took me an hour and 23 minutes. So do those 23 minutes really make a difference? Not really. Again, I ran it to complete 0, and that's to 100% battery, an hour and 23 minutes, so an hour is pretty on par. So that's your runtime and your charge time. Let's talk about value, right? Went over it in my initial impressions video. It's $40 for the entire kit. I think that's a pretty decent value, to be honest. For the performance that it does offer and the convenience that it offers, $40 isn't too bad. Replacement blades are about $25 a piece. However, I consistently get emails at least once a week from the manufacturer offering 40 to 50% off blades. So realistically, you're probably in the $10 to $15 range for replacement blades, and I would probably recommend replacing these about once a month if this is going to be your primary shaving means. Again, I have a little bit of stubble here, so I can notice the performance is degrading a little bit. If I slap a new blade on here, 10, 12, 15 bucks, that should bring it back to factory new. Let's talk about returns as well under value. So when I initiated a return on this, I immediately, within an hour, got an email from their customer service representative offering a 50% return or a 50% credit back to my account, and I did not need to send the razor back. They said due to hygienic reasons, they'd rather you take the 50% credit refunded to your account and just keep the razor. So I thought that was pretty cool. I accepted that deal because by the time you pay for shipping, right, call it 10, 15 bucks, you're really only going to see another $5 or so. So I got $21.20 back after you factor in tax. Not too bad, super simple to communicate with. But if you do want to return this, you are going to have to pay for the return shipping, and of course they will refund you the full amount, but they're going to probably throw it out anyway just due to hygiene concerns, right? So I took the 50% credit back to my account. So that's value. Who's this razor designed for? Well, personally, I think it's designed for somebody who would like to shave their head but doesn't necessarily want or need to shave their face. Because if you do need or want to shave your face, you're going to have to use, in my opinion, a different means, whether it be a safety razor or a dedicated face shaver. This just didn't do a great job. Again, I got a lot of irritation and redness, and it wasn't very close. So that's kind of who it's designed for, only head shaving. Can you use it on your face? Sure. Again, I couldn't. Maybe it's the way my face is shaped, but it didn't work for me. Who else is it for? Somebody who wants the convenience, who doesn't want to mess around with blades, who doesn't want the possibility to nick themselves, but you have to accept that you're not going to get a super close razor shave with any electric rotary shaver. It's just not going to happen. So as long as you can accept those two, right, it's not going to be super close, and you're going to have to find another way to shave your face if you're required to do so or you want to do so. This isn't really going to work for you. And overall, let's close it out by a rating. Previously, I gave it a 5 out of 10 in my initial impressions video, based on the website, based on the initial performance, based on the accessories and the cost. Again, if you want to see that video, I encourage you to do so. It's linked in the description below. Definitely check that out. Hopefully you've done so before you're at this point. But I originally gave it a 5 out of 10. After using it for a month, if this fits your lifestyle, I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to a 7 out of 10, just based on the fact that it is super convenient. You can't really put a price on that. It doesn't require you to use any water, shaving cream, any mess whatsoever. You can use this dry. Again, if you do it dry, you won't get as close of a shave, but it's super convenient. It's not that expensive. It's 40 bucks. Replacement blades are not that expensive. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Again, if it fits your lifestyle, if you don't have to shave your face, because I don't recommend it for that. I can't really hit that home enough. Overall, yeah, 7 out of 10. I'm pretty impressed with it. To be honest, coming into purchasing this product and using this product, I thought it was going to be an absolute failure. I do still see value out of it. Again, back to the convenience part, but also getting super close to my neckline. If I go over my head with my traditional safety razor, just finishing up the job with this on the neckline and the difficult spots on the back of the head. I'll continue to use it for that purpose and that purpose alone. So thanks for checking out this video. Again, if this works for you, by all means, try it out. They do have a money-back guarantee, but you do have to front the shipping. And yeah, that's really all I got for you today. Thanks for checking out the channel, and have a great day.